Hello and welcome to a very chilled out mic test. My name is... I can't say Smooth McGroove because that's like an actual person on YouTube. Yeah, they do covers of stuff. My name is Groovy P. How are you? All right, my name is Groovy Q. Hello, how are you? My Q to you is, how are you grooving today?
I'm grooving hard, grooving smooth, living that grooving lifestyle.
Very nice, very nice. Do you have a mic test question?
No.
Sounds like, okay.
I did not think of one. I forgot that the mic tests are longer because we have to generate content.
I mean, we don't really have to, but...
If you were going to do an unusual lead cure color, so rather than like pink,
or
you went
white,
with a
maybe.
different lead, what color would you choose and why?
I might go with green, just because green is so underrepresented by other seasons. Or I guess I might go with like a gold or a silver, because those are kind of like the special colors, you know?
Yeah, I think it would be cool to do a season kind of like a sweet precure where there isn't a lead cure. It's a pair, and like maybe they're gold and silver.
Okay,
or like
I like that.
Blue and orange could be cool. Go the Vegeta Goku route.
Now, do you think that if we watched Sweet Precure that we would be unable to identify which one was the main one? Because like Witchy technically only had two, and Futariwa only had two, but in both cases I could point at one and say they're the lead cure.
I have heard that Sweet has two leaders. And I don't know if that's because they both, like, act like leaders at different times, or if it's because on that, like, pre-cure gacha game where everybody gets the official, like, this character's color is officially blank, if they have, like, lead as their title.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. I know that they get their powers at the same time in the first episode, and so I just assume that people kind of look at them as the leaders as like the original cure, and they transformed at the same time, so who can say? Now, I was thinking of my own season. I need to come up with a name, and I think I had a name, but my brain is foggy, so I've forgotten it. But you have the pink girl, the main girl, Cure Spirit, her whole thing is that she doesn't quite know what she wants to do, and she kind of is like assimilating the ideology of the other girls around her. She's growing as a person from like their passions and stuff until she becomes a fully formed character. You got Cure Flare, my OC, who is...
These are all your OCs.
I guess they're all technically my OCs, but I guess she is the closest representation to like what I would want to be in the Cure universe.
Your Cure Sona.
There you go. But she's all about like victory and like fighting spirit, and you've got the Blue, who's all about like intelligence, and she kind of goes with the flow and she empathizes with other people. And then you've got the Earth Girl, who I want to kind of be based off of, like, promises. Like, to her, keeping a promise is the most important thing. And she's also a member of the gardening club, and she likes animals. And for the Wind Girl, like, wind I always associate with, like, being carefree or being free-spirited. But, like, how do I get her to have a moment where she becomes a cure without her coming across as a pirate? Without her being like, I believe in freedom, so I'm going to become a pre-cure. Like, I don't know how to set up her initial transformation, her initial conflict.
Could you have it be something like somebody else's freedom is being infringed upon, and so she steps in to defend them?
Okay, I like it. Also, side note, she's extremely lucky, and she loves board games. Like, she always wins, but she's not smart. Like, I mean, she's smart. She's not dumb, but she's not, like, analytical genius, like the blue-haired girl, and yet she seems to always win games of chance.
I bet that drives the blue-haired girl crazy. Like, I bet they have a love-hate relationship.
Oh my gosh, I would absolutely love that. And of course, as we've said before, the secret sauce for any Precure season is it's got to be a little gay, and I have a plan to plant those seeds for two specific characters.
Can I put the secret sauce is gay on a t-shirt for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
What if you made it like rainbow colored, like the Futariwa logo?
That's perfect. Cure of the What Now official merch. The secret sauce is gay.
Absolutely.
Hello and welcome, fellow sand sculptors, to another exciting episode of Cure of the What Now. Nope, that's not how I do the intro. I'm sorry, give me a second. But Minori being surprised that Summer Manatsu that Manatsu wants to give her a high five.
Also, you just shook a memory loose from this episode. I love that Minori tried to draw what she wanted to sculpt, and everyone was like,
Manatsu.
What did I say?
Minori.
Oh. Hey, Catherine, could I have you just say, like, one more thing really quick?
Absolutely. One more thing really quick.
Excellent. Hello, if you're listening to this and you notice a little bit of a whine in that first mic test, I apologize. I think it's low enough that it won't cause anyone, with audio issues any problems. So Editor Joel will put this mic test in before the other one, and it's a warning that there's a little bit of a whine, but it should be gone throughout the rest of the episode, and I don't think that it should cause any problems, but tread cautiously if you have a problem with certain sounds. Hello, and we are here at the mic test.
Yes, absolutely. Good morning, Vietnam. I've never actually seen that movie, but I know that it's like one of the famous Robin Williams movies. How about Laura's not here for your entertainment, it's just you and your henshin tonight? Is that too long for an episode title?
You know what? No, I think that's about the right length. I've been trying to shorten the episode titles now that we've started creating the thumbnails and we've been putting the episode title in the corner, but that's about the right length for the old episode titles, and I'm willing to go back to that for the joke. Okay,
perfect. Do you have a hot, spicy mic test discussion question?
Which of the Tropica Club members would you describe as a perfect cinnamon bun?
Probably Minori or Sango.
Okay. If you had to pick between them, though, like what?
Sango.
Okay.
Cinnamon buns are sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon buns have never done any evil.
And Minori is evil? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that she's not as sweet as Sango. She's quiet, but there's a difference between quiet and,
and cute.
Very cute and sweet. Yeah. Also, Sango is literally the heart of kindness.
That's true. I think that, I liked her before this episode, but, we should probably talk about this in the main episode, but just the, her, but, that's pretty cinnamon bun-esque, right there, so.
Which of the cures would you describe as a pancake? Nope, that's something people use derogatorily to talk about women's bodies.
What?
Which one would you describe as a hot fudge sundae?
I think Manatsu, because when I think of hot fudge sundae, if I'm going to use it to describe someone, I'm going to use it to describe someone who is very sweet, but also maybe a little bit too much so, a lot of kind of energy, really busy.
Okay. I was thinking Asuka because she makes me feel warm inside and happy like a hot fudge sundae. A hot fudge sundae is a hug for your insides.
Okay. What's that from?
Nothing.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the's something that has
There's something that's similar. I don't know what it is, and it's not a hot fudge sundae. It's something else, but it's like a warm hug for your insides, and I don't remember.
Very nice.
Also, apologies if this mic test gets weird or doesn't go on long enough. It's 6 a.m. because we didn't record at an appropriate time, so our brains are still booting up.
Always make sure to plan your social events accordingly, and don't schedule 3 things in a row. Okay, the third one was a surprise, but don't schedule things back to back to back to back to back. And tell yourself that you'll podcast just as soon as you have a moment of free time, because that ends up pushing it off.
How about this? One of the things that we didn't expect to be doing yesterday, but we ended up doing, was we were watching a friend stream Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7. So which of the Tropical girls would stream the spooky video game, and which of the girls insist on watching the spooky game but would get too spooked playing it themselves? So they're really excited to see.
Songo can't play scary games. We saw in this episode, she's pretty prone to surprise or whatever. I could see Minori playing and not having any reaction to any of the horror elements whatsoever, and she would just be like, oh, this monster has 6 limbs. That's interesting. The last couple I've had 4. Is this one perhaps an evolution of the others?
Minori, aren't you scared? It is statistically improbable that this monster would attack me.
I like that. I like the idea of Asuka actually being not very brave when it comes to scary video games, just because it contrasts with her character.
Yeah, she only likes to play, like, Animal Crossing, like, cute games. She would play Stardew Valley.
Yeah,
They'd try to get her to stream, and she'd be really awkward. She wouldn't know what to talk about on mic. She'd be like, I just want to play the game.
Yeah. Leave me alone, Dad. I'm gaming.
Are you winning, Asuka?
But I also like Laura playing Resident Evil, and she'd have the right amount of spook. She's not completely, like, unfazed by things, but she's not, like, screaming so loud that you can't, like, you don't get any commentary from her.
Beautiful.
And I think that's been your mic test. Thank you for listening, everyone. Don't forget to Tropica Shine, and we love...
And I'm looking at this guy called the Metriorhynchus.
Okay.
And this is a dinosaur who absolutely does not pay his taxes.
I thought you were going to say this is a dinosaur that fucks. Anyways.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's the mic test time! I jumped in and stole it from Joel. What's he gonna do? How's he gonna react?
I am a tiger dragon and I shall devour your soul, how dare you!
No!
I got one,
okay.
Alright? You are entering a relay race and can pick among all of the different cures. Who are you willing to try to scout?
The cures from this team or across seasons?
All cures. Because I was about to say Manatsu's the only obvious Manatsu's the only obvious choice.
Oh gosh, I mean, Chiyu runs from Healing Good.
She does long jump.
She does
which
long
is slightly
jump,
different.
but she's introduced running.
That's true.
And she teaches the main character to run with her. So she might be a good choice for a relay race.
Okay.
We need a cure with lots of energy, but also lots of stamina. So, like, I don't think Erica would cut it. I don't think she has the physical potential.
She would go all out and then quickly tire herself out. Tsubomi doesn't have any stamina. She's negative stamina.
No. Do any of the princess girls have the running?
I'm not really sure. Toa's kind of introduced to be kind of perfect at everything. Maybe, I guess.
Well, and Mermaid also is perfect at everything, and she does ballet. That's not exactly the same thing, but at least she's
it's a physical kind of thing. Whereas we don't ever see Kirara doing like pull-ups or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think Love could be pretty good at running if you gave her a little bit of time.
She does run everywhere she goes.
That's true. So, yeah, that's all I was thinking of. I guess this has been your mic test.
Whoop, whoop. At the same time, her arc seems to be learning to be more selfish.
Selfless. Hello and welcome to the mic test. I'm going to steal this from a recent episode of King of the What Now that we recorded. What kind of dueling strategies in Yu-Gi-Oh! Would the Tropical Club implement?
Look, there are only 2 dueling strategies in Yu-Gi-Oh!, right? Either you play lots of monsters, or you play lots of traps. So, obviously, Minori Ichinose is a trap girl. She's like, I have laid the perfectly planned, and every 5 cards I should draw a trap that triggers one of my other traps. Like, that's her.
Okay.
Whereas Minatsu's like, I've got a big monster! I'm gonna summon a bigger monster! Big monsters!
Okay, I like that. Now, there is technically more than that, right? Because there's field effect cards, and there's ritual summonings, and there's polymerization.
What are you even talking about?
It's me, I'm Yu-Gi-Oh! Geek. But I just think that, like, okay, so in the original season, there was the guy, I think his name was Mako, and he had a fisherman-style deck. It was all themed after water, so I think that would fit Laura very well. I think she would have all sorts of water creatures, and she would have spell and equip cards that increase your water monster's attack points. And I think that Asuka would be somewhat balanced. It seems like she would kind of have cards that could be used in all sorts of different situations, and she would try to tailor-make her strategy to whatever her opponent seemed to be up to. I absolutely agree that Manatsu would be like, give me big numbers, I'm just going to do a lot of damage. And also, potentially, she would pick cards based off of the card art that she thought was cool, rather than thinking about the strategy.
How tropical are the cards?
Exactly. And I think that Songo would be a bit like Taya Gardner's deck, where it was mostly cute monsters, but I think that if she were to play competitively, she'd be decent at it. She wouldn't be like Taya, who's kind of shown to be explicitly not very good at the series, you know?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you think of any monsters that specifically kind of feel like they might fit the girls in any way?
I absolutely cannot. It's been so long since I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! And they've come out with so many new cards.
Okay.
The Harpy Sister series of cards might fit Asuka maybe because of the flamingo thing.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
But no, I'm not sure.
Okay, one last question. I'm sorry. Who of the Tropical Club is most likely to cosplay Dark Magician Girl?
Laura.
Okay. I think that's true. I could also see Songo. I could see her being a little embarrassed, but at the same time, it seems like her arc is trying to be a little bit more outgoing. So I think that maybe she would try it, and maybe she wouldn't like it, but she would be like, yeah, I did my best.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel that. Hello, and welcome to the mic test. I'm Pete the Triceratops.
Oh, hello, Pete. Well, welcome to this very special episode of Cure of the What Now. Do you have a discussion question you'd like to ask?
For the mic test, yes, why is Kat the prettiest and most talented host?
Well, I mean, it's hard to directly measure talent and prettiness, but as I am more attracted to women, I think that she has a very pleasing form, you know? I think that she could easily be her own PreCure because she has the heart and the soul of a beautiful maiden who will banish all of the darkness. And sometimes my wife just wants to rampage, you know?
Oh, that's really nice of you. I definitely get rampagey vibes. I kind of thought you were gonna...
Here's the thing. I don't see Pete. I see my wife imitating Pete. Would you like to invite Pete on to this episode of the mic test?
Oh, hey, Pete. How's it going?
Hello, I am doing quite well, thank you.
Oh, good.
That impersonation was quite spot on. I think Joel had an idea for a mic test. Do you actually have a mic test?
No, idea? I just wanted to see if Joel would call me out for being an imposter, and he didn't. He just rolled with it.
Okay.
See, I thought you were gonna, pick Pete up and be like, imposter! This isn't me!
You're acting very sus! Silence the non-believer! What?
Nothing. I just I'm composing myself. That wasn't about you.
If the Tropical Club members were going to run for president, what would be their platforms?
Well, Manatsu's platform is just Tropica Shine.
I'm going to do what's most important right now, and what's most important right now is helping my people.
God, when Manatsu says, I'm going to help you do what's most important right now, it's kind of nonsense, but it's endearing nonsense, but it is absolutely the kind of nonsense I could hear a politician saying.
Mm-hmm.
And people would be like, that doesn't mean anything. He's just saying nothing. But his followers would be like, no, he Tropica Shines. I'm using he pronouns because,
the majority of politicians, yeah, absolutely. We're not making any kind of minori. We're not making any kind of Manatsu trans jokes. But wouldn't that be an interesting episode if someone pushed a button and all of the Tropical Club just woke up and they were just they were boys?
I think Asuka would be incredibly popular as a boy.
Yeah, she is very similar to Akira from Kira PreCure a la mode.
Kira PreCure a la mode.
So I think that Laura would basically just say, God has already chosen me.
Oh my God.
The choice is clear. I am already queen. So all we need to do is make it official through the election process.
Minori would be too shy to ever even, get up and say what her platform was. But her platform would be based on, she's done a statistical analysis of the country, and she thinks that by targeting these 3 things, we can see improvement across these domains.
I feel like the economy would be her strong suit, you know? And I think that she'd be a big proponent of libraries and public education and that sort of thing, and making universities available to people. And I think that would be her main. She'd be a money girl, and she'd be able to make very convincing arguments about, we spend 13% more in this area than other countries, and we don't need to spend that much. And studies showed yada da 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 da.
Songo would be like, I just think that we should all be kind to one another, and then they'd make her cry during the debate.
Okay, memes only. Which of the 5 girls is the most stereotypically anarchist, and which of them is most stereotypically socialist?
Manatsu for anarchist.
Okay, do whatever you want,
Yeah,
so long as
do the most important thing right now, right? you can't structure your time. You just got to go for it. And then stereotypically, like, large government, I would probably say Minori. She seems like a we have rules for a reason kind of person.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
If you can't tell from my voice, listeners, I don't believe in rules.
Well, and this is not the place to discuss politics, but I think that the general idea of what anarchy and socialism is not exactly the same as what its proponents would argue they are fighting for.
Right, what it's actually, like, supposed to be. Yeah, we're just going based off stereotypes.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going memes only, right? So, Laura for absolute authoritarianism. You follow her rules or you get shipped to another country. Get out.
Laura is authoritarianism for thee, but not for me. Like, she doesn't need to follow any rules because she's the one at the top.
She's been appointed by God. She's a queen.
Everybody else better get in line.
Imagine a border patrol system, which, for the record, I don't believe in, but where they're all pretty cured, they're given magical girl transformations. This will help keep the unwanted out of the country.
No, I don't like this mic test anymore. We're all done.
I'm sorry. And that has been your mic test, though, regardless of whether I veered the topic into an uncomfortable place. That's it. We're done. This is another quick mic test. Catherine, can you quickly name a vegetable?
Potatoes.
I guess those count.
I thought you were going to ask me just to say something, and so I was going to say bananas, and then you asked me to name a vegetable, and I panicked.
Hello, and welcome to the mic test.
Hello, I'm Sandwich George.
Sandwich George. Now, first name Sandwich, last name George, or is Sandwich kind of more like a title and George is your first name?
Yeah, you know it. You feel it in your heart.
You really like that joke when you're doing your silly names. What? No, like that's anytime you introduce yourself with a silly name and I ask a clarified question, your answer is always, yeah, you bet. Like, it's always like a not answering the question kind of a thing, and like, you just like that joke. I like jokes where I go, bah, 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 lasagna, so it all works out. So, we talk about Tropical Rouge in the main episode, so maybe for the mic test we could focus on other seasons. Other than Kira Kira, because they already have animal, like, parts, what, like, animals do you think you would associate with other cures from any of the other seasons?
I'm getting real Tokyo Mew Mew vibes from Fresh PreCure.
Okay.
So, like, imagine Love as, like, a little wildcat girl.
Okay. I like that, and obviously Buki, is Buki the blue-haired one?
That's
Buki.
Miki.
Is, oh my gosh. Miki.
Just remember, Miki is tall and Buki is small, so Miki Buki. Miki comes first.
Yeah, okay, I can try to do that mnemonic device. But Miki would be like a graceful, elegant cat that sits in the window and is a little aloof, and Pine would be a little bit more like shy, but a little bit friendlier once you got to know her, once you know she decided that she trusted you.
Okay. Imagine her as a tiger.
Okay.
Like a little tiger cub. And then you could do snow leopard for
Setsuna?
No, snow leopard for Miki.
Okay.
And like cheetah for Love.
Okay. I could see Summer being a jaguar or a cheetah. They just go real fast. I know we could talk about that on the episode, but I think she deserves a special shout out. But yeah, Setsuna would be like a battle-scarred cat that's like ready to fight at any time, and there's just like no way to get on her good side. But
Absolutely.
there secretly is. So, all right, I think that's been your mic test. Hello, and welcome to the mic test. I am Joel.
And I'm Kat, and a mic test is where we lick the mics to test their flavor?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh.
I have coated one of our mics in pickle juice to make this mic test more exciting.
That is exciting. Now here's the
also,
thing.
hopefully it won't cause any problems, naturally.
I love pickle juice.
Oh, I see.
So clearly you could not put the pickle juice coated mic in front of me. But you hate pickle juice. So clearly you could not put the pickle juice coated mic in front of you.
Never lick pickle juice when never lick a mic when pickle juice is on the line. Okay, so which cure Which cures from all seasons best match up to whatever the heck the bad guys were called in that movie? The Lord Engelbert and the Spaniard and Andre the Giant.
Okay. Can you imagine, like, one of the really doofy pink cures? So, like, Hikaru from Star Twinkle thinking that she's really smart and trying to puzzle out, like, which vial the poison is in, but her logic just doesn't make any sense.
You fool! Never mess with Hikaru when Kiriyama is on the line. I only know the one line, and I'm going to abuse it.
That's okay. Please do. I also was thinking the purple from Doki Doki.
Okay.
Gives me some powerful I'm not left-handed vibes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Was she Diamond? Cure Diamond or something like that?
Cure Sword.
Cure Sword? Okay. Interesting. So let's see. I'm not left-handed, kind of driven by a mission for revenge. I don't know, Uni also kind of works for that, because she is fairly confident, and also she is driven by revenge.
I'm looking for the one-eyed man.
Yeah, the one-eyed gremlin that turned my people to stone.
Yeah. Okay, so if we're thinking about Andre the Giant, like his most iconic line is, "You mean I'll put down my rock and you'll put down your sword and we'll fight each other like civilized people."
Yes.
And so, which cure has the most, like, I'm gonna give you a chance to fight me on equal footing vibes? Maybe Akira?
Yeah, okay, I could see Akira doing that. I could see Aoi for that. I don't know why, but my brain's going Miracle, maybe?
Okay. Mana seems like the type to be very fair.
Okay, yeah. She's the legendary smart pink cure, right?
Yeah, the only one.
Okay. And then, yeah, I think we've already talked about the genius one. I think Honoka would be really funny to imagine trying to be like, never mess with a scientist.
Yeah, no, actually, that's pretty good too. I like it. Bonus question. Which character that we've met would you make the Dread Pirate Robert / the Man in Black?
Just kind of good at everything. Maybe CL. Cure Parfait. Or Macaron, actually. That would be really funny.
Imagine Cure Macaron looking Ichika in the eyes and saying, "Where I come from, there are consequences when a woman lies."
That is perfect. Yes. Thank you so very much. Thank you for blessing me on this day. And that's been your mic test.
Speaking of going to school, do you have a
Hello and welcome to the mic test.
We are here, we're testing the mic. I'm your host, Slim Bobby Jim.
And I am Fregilon the Ominator.
The Ominator, huh?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what that entails?
Well, mostly I come from a planet of Ominates, and I have an important function to fulfill within societal's strict expectations.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to tell me more about that, or is it too personal?
I can infuse my consciousness into other nearby machine bits and then absorb them into my coding.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm trying to assimilate the ultimate life form.
Neat.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm coming for your toaster. Beep boop.
This bread machine is incredible! The bread was soft and floppy, but now is firm and crispy.
What did I call myself? Fregulator?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick, Chrisbot, Audricon, you must see how quickly that this oven, this convention oven, is that what they're called? Can toast hot dogs. It must be absorbed into the ultimate life form.
Turns out these aliens are just really into snacks.
Yeah, they're just buying a bunch of different, like, a popcorn machine, I must have it!
You've seen my dad's kitchen with all of his gadgets. They'd have a field day in there.
Oh my gosh. So what is it called? Convection oven?
Yeah.
Okay, what did I call it?
Convention oven.
Oh, that's like...
That's an oven which you toast all your weebs.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was about to say a convention oven is where you get a bunch of people who are into the same things, and they just get really roasted, you know? This isn't like a death joke. They just get like a weird like tan, but it's like the lines of like a grill or a barbecue on their bodies, and they're like, what is this? This is what I signed up for.
Oh lord, this is an interesting mic test so far.
Yeah. Which PreCure people would be most into Star Trek? And no one from Star Twinkle counts. Obviously, Hikaru is like the canon answer.
I don't know why, but something about Hinata from Healin' Good gives me big Trekkie vibes.
Okay. I know a couple of Trekkies, but none of them are like the stereotypical, like, everything they say is a reference type of thing, so I'm not really sure, like, what personality types, like, you know, the smart ones that like nerdy things, so most of the yellows I could see being into that, most of the pinks I could see being into that, but maybe it's too silly for some of the blues.
No,
yes.
I have a question for you, actually, on this here mic test. If we try to have it be a relevant discussion, but then we also have a discussion question for the episode, what is the difference between those two things?
I don't know. Honestly, I've been trying to keep these questions relatively silly and just kind of like spur of the moment, just random things. I like the questions from in the main episode to be more related either to the episode that we watched, to the Tropical Club specifically. So you'll notice this time I asked of all PreCure, and I wouldn't ask that question as my discussion question in the main episode. And I'm not going to ask overarching, like, what do you look for in a mascot? Because that's also a good discussion question.
Okay.
So it's just sort of like questions that fit into the other category. It's the paramecia fruits of discussion questions.
Perfect.
That's been your mic test. Hello, and welcome to the Tropica Shining mic test.
Hey, what's the mic test for today?
Catherine's doing herself a big yawn. But that's okay. Maybe the mic test will be who gives the biggest yawn, who gets the sleepiest of the Tropical Club. That's actually, I have one that ties in today's episode.
Okay, perfect.
What snack would you consider stealing from your friend and then creating an airtight alibi, blaming it on some other friend?
I can't say that I would. I think I'd just tell them I ate it and I'll buy you another one.
Okay. I really like ice cream cake. I, too, would not eat food that I thought belonged to someone else, one of my friends.
How about this? Let's assume we are the type of people who would steal food from other people and then lie about it.
Mm-hmm. Or else we have a magic fridge and we open it and there just happens to be a food.
Right. So, I'm thinking maybe like a really good looking chocolate cake. Like really decadent looking chocolate cake. I would see that and I would be like, gotta get that in my mouth.
Oh my goodness. I was just thinking like a sexy cake. A cake in the shape of a muscular man or a boobacious woman, or, you know, something
Talk
like
about
that.
having cakes.
Yeah, I mean, I still gotta go with, like, I think ice cream cake would be my one weakness. Things that I can't help myself around. Also good, any kind of baked goods with, like, peanut butter chocolate, like, s'mores type things, or brownies. But I think those are my main ones.
A peanut butter s'more sounds really good. Like, I know this is not a food mic test, but I kind of want to make that now. Like, just slather some peanut butter on a cracker and then put on the chocolate and the marshmallow.
Okay, and what animal would it resemble when you got your flash of inspiration?
Chipmunk.
All right, and that's been your mic test. Hello and welcome to a super quick mic test, because we actually recorded this episode in 2 parts. Catherine, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color is purple.
Okay, absolutely. My favorite color is sparkling diamond. Now, before we start recording the main episode, I had a really dumb thought in between recording the mic test and the episode. Are you ready for a dumb thought that might be too PG-13 for Cure of the What Now?
I think so. Hit me with it.
Okay, so it's a Kira webcomic single panel, and there's like a banner that says like cake competition. And number 2 is either Ciel or Ichika, or maybe both. And they have like this beautiful cake, and they look heartbroken as they look up at the number 1 panel, and it's something like Cure Mermaid, and like her butt is exaggerated and she's like twerking, and she won the cake contest, and that's why Ichika and Ciel are so devastated, because they work so hard on baking these delicious cakes.
Oh gosh, Laura's really into having legs, so I think she'd be really into all of the things that come with legs, including butt cheeks.
Okay, absolutely. So anyways, like, that's not really like explicit, and I think that in the context of like exaggeration it's funny, but not really something that would come up on the main episode. Something that'll go in the bloopers extras.
Hello, fellow lucky winners of the premium tropical,
Melon Pan.
Yeah, I just need to make sure I got the name right, because I
okay.
already forgot it. That's what happens when you've got holes in your brain. You could use my brain to drain pasta. Yeah, it is.
Wait, but how would you get the noodles and the water into your brain?
How
Through
am
one
I
ear?
supposed to know? I've got holes in my brain.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold her?
I mean, I guess so.
Hey, sweet girl. Come here. Come here. I don't know what's in your mouth, but I would like it to not be in your mouth.
State secrets.
Oh, there we go. You're just gonna chill in my lap for a minute now that you've finished your good bone.